Good day, class. I hope you are doing fine. Before discussing our lesson, let us enumerate our objectives. So, you are expected to first explain the definition of the past, present, and future tenses. Second, supply the correct tenses in the sentence. And third, develop self-confidence in performing dialogue exchange by following the rules of tenses. So, as you can see in our objectives, our lesson for today is verb tenses. Have you already encountered this lesson? If not, please listen carefully. Verb tenses means that the verb may change forms to reflect something that already happened, something that is currently happening, or something that will happen in the future. So, we have 3 times: the present, past, and future. Then we have 4 aspects: the simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous that I will further explain later. So, in simple present, it is used to describe habits, unchanging situations, and general truths. Example of this is, I watch a documentary on PBS each Sunday night. So, it is an action that takes place regularly because the speaker watches every Sunday night. Also, the verb watch is in a base form. So, there is a repetition of an action. So, another tense is simple past. It is used to describe a completed activity that happened in the past. In other words, it started in the past and ended in the past. Example of this is Martin Luther King gave his most famous speech in 1963. From this example, where is the verb that indicates a simple past? Anyone? Okay, that is correct. The verb give that transform into gave. So, the action is now, in the sentence is now over. Now, let's move on to the simple future tense. So, this tense indicates that an action will or is likely to take place. Example of this is later, today, I will rinse the dishes. The word that indicates future action is the word will. So, it hasn't yet happened at the present time, but is expected to occur in the future. So, did you understand? So, can you give me an example of simple future tense? Okay, that is good. Very good. So now let's proceed to the perfect tense. You can form the perfect tenses with the appropriate tense form of the helping or auxiliary verb have plus the past participle. So it used to talk about a completed action or condition and always uses a form of have or had plus the past participle. So example of this is, we have worn organic cotton shirts. The action in this sample is began in the past and is finished at the present because of the word have. Next is past perfect. It expresses an action that began in the past and was completed in the past before something else occurred. For example, I had written the email before he apologized. The action that occurred in the past is written in an email, then the action that preceded is apologize. From this example, we can see that there was an action happened before something else in the past. Another form of perfect tense is future perfect. Any idea what this is all about? None? So this tells us that we're talking about an action that's not done yet but will be done in the future at a specific time. So example is, by Thursday, the president will have apologized for his mistake. So the word that makes this future perfect is the word, anyone? Will. So will plus have and plus past participle. So let's proceed to the progressive tense. So progressive tense, it expresses continuous action. You can form them with the appropriate tense of the verb be plus the present participle. So, here's the example. The worker is hammering and her foreman is watching lazily. So, it conveys a sense of ongoing action at the present time. So, it is used to describe a series of actions like from the example hammering and watching, which are all occurring within the same present moment. So, that's all for our lesson. Any question? Any clarification? none. So thank you so much for listening.
Now that we are done discussing the topic, who can enumerate to the class the 3 types of tenses that we discussed? Anyone? Okay, let me call Yana. Yes, that's correct. Okay, before we proceed to our activity, do you have any questions or clarifications? Do not worry because our activity is gonna be easy. If none, let us now see if we can now write a correct tense in the sentence. The activity that we're gonna be having is to assess your knowledge if you really understand the lesson. Now, I want you to group yourselves into 2. I will give you 15 minutes to find your members. Now that you have your group, listen carefully to the instruction. So in this activity, we have incomplete sentences written in the board. So all you have to do is to complete those sentences by putting the correct tense. So as you can see, there are 10 incomplete sentences. So all you have to do is to write the correct tense to comply for those blanks. I will give you 15 minutes to finish the task. Am I clear? Okay, thank you for the response.
Okay class, very good. Did you enjoy our first activity? If yes, then clap your hands. Okay, if you really enjoyed our activity, then we will move on to our short assessment to really know if you understood our topic for today. I will call 5 students to answer these questions that are related to our topic. First question. What do you think is the importance of using verb tenses in our daily lives? Second question. Why do you think we need to study verb tenses? Okay, very good, Miguel and Haifa, and to everyone for your participation. Yes, it is very important to study these verb tenses because tenses are the fundamental part of English language. They help in the following ways. First, to describe things that take place at different times, hence past, present, and future tenses. Second, to build complex sentence structure for conveying complex ideas, and to bring clarity in your communication. In other words, if you want to speak English, you have to learn the tenses perfectly. And why do we need to study verb tenses? Because if you wish to write the correct sentence or wish to say something to anyone, you need to express the idea in the right form of tenses. Once again, a round of applause to everyone for doing a great job for today.
Are you all excited for our next activity class? That's good to know. In this activity, you will be expected to perform dialogue exchange using the past, present, and future tenses. Each group will be given specific scenarios. Therefore, the conversation must display the correct way of using the 3 tenses. Group 1 will talk about their favorite vacation adventure. Group 2 will talk about their plans for semestral break. Lastly, Group 3 will talk about their intramurals experience. To be guided with your dialogue exchange, here are the rubrics. Ideas should be clearly presented. Verbs are written correctly in past, present, and future tenses. No grammatical errors excluding verbs in sentences. All in all, the perfect score for this activity is 45 points. Now, discuss with your groupmates how will you construct dialogues using the different tenses. Good luck, class!
And now, class, that we will about to end our today's session, and we need to have our generalization first as form of your review also. So we'll have 3 objectives. The first one is to explain the definition of past, present, and future tense. The second is supply the correct tenses in the sentence, and last is develop self-confidence in performing dialogue exchange by following the rule of tenses. We have also our activities. We had our first motivational activity titled You Tell and followed by analysis. We had also our pre-activity that titled Snake and Ladder that needs you to answer if it is past, present, and future tense. We had again an activity which is you need to fill in the sentence by supplying it the correct tense. And the last one is the main activity, which is the dialogue exchange by using the tenses. We had also our following questions that need you to answer why these tenses is important to know and why do we need to use these verb tenses. So that's all. See you again and God bless.